How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Footballer XP. In today's video, we're going to be going over the 4 basic kicking techniques in football.
Je m'appelle T, et je suis là, et je viens juste d'arriver. Pas besoin de savoir pourquoi. Je m'appelle T, et je suis là.
If you're watching this video, I'm guessing you're probably very new to the sport. Maybe you've never played football before, or you've played but you're just not quite there yet and you still want to patch up your knowledge with the basics. This is the perfect video for you because I'm going to be going into detail on each different technique and how to use them, when to use them, and also what parts of your feet to produce a certain type of kick. Now we have 4 main different types of kicks in football. So firstly, we have the short pass. This is just the usual common pass that you see most of the time, which is just teammate to teammate within a short distance, played along the ground, the short pass. Now for the short pass, I'm going to tell you something now, and this applies to all the other kicks as well in football. It's just a basic fundamental principle of the game. When you're passing a short pass, you want to make sure that your non-kicking foot is placed besides the ball, just like this. Alright, because when you do that, that gives you balance and it also gives you direction. So make sure that your non-kicking foot is facing where you want the ball to go. And like I said, this applies for all the other kicks that I'm going to show you in this video as well. So your non-kicking foot placed besides the ball, and you're just going to come in with your foot, with your kicking foot, and you're going to use the inside of your foot. The reason we use the inside of our foot for the short pass is because you want to get power, but you don't want the ball to rise into the air. You want it to be played along the ground. So if you use the inside of your foot, it's a flat surface of your foot that's hitting against the ball. So the ball's not going to lift up. And also it's going to get a lot of power because there's a lot of bone mass on that area of your foot. So it's just there, non-kicking foot, side of the ball, play the ball, bap, like that. The next type of pass is the driven pass. Now you don't see players doing this one all the time because it can be challenging and it's a very risky pass, especially if you're doing it in a very fast-paced game, fast-paced match, which you're probably not doing at the moment if you've just started playing the sport. But eventually you'll get to that point where the speed of the game develops, and playing a driven ball like the one I'm about to show you is risky because the ball is lifted up into the air. Not so much though, but the purpose of this pass is for the ball to lift up, to aerodynamically move through the air quickly. Now the reason we want it to move through the air quickly is because the ball's moving at a height where it can hit any player and one of your opponents could intercept the ball. So you have to make sure that you play it really quickly to your teammate. The driven pass is often used if you want to switch play from one side of the field to the other, if you want to make a really long pass but you want the ball to move there very quickly. With the driven pass, you want to get a lot of power behind the ball. So it's best to use the top of your inside step because this part of your foot has a lot of bone mass. So when kicking the ball, make sure to aim for the middle of the ball. This will prevent the ball from getting too much aerial lift. Also, make sure to slightly tilt your body over the ball. After kicking the ball, make sure not to follow through with your kick or the ball might end up flying too high. And we don't want that. We want to keep the ball as low as possible. So all you have to do is to exert power onto the ball, allowing the ball to do all the work. Then the next type of kick is the long pass. Long pass, ping, cross. It has so many different names. It's known as long pass or ping. And also we have other videos that is specifically designated to just those types of kicks. So if you want to check out the tutorial on how to learn to ping and how to do short passes, how to do driven passes, they're all there on this channel. So go have a look at those. But for now, let's focus on the 4 basic kicks. The long pass would be used when, kind of like with the driven pass, you want to switch play to another part of the field. It's a lot safer to go with a long pass because the ball's lobbed high in the air and there's a very low chance that your opponents will be able to take the ball off you when you're switching possession from yourself to your teammate. So when the ball's played high in the air, there's almost a 0% chance that your teammate's going to be able to take the ball unless it's too high and too slow, because then that gives the defenders enough time to read where the ball's going, and then they can make that run and try to intercept the ball before it gets to your teammate. Now with the long pass, we want the ball to lift more than it did with the driven pass, because we don't want the ball to be within reach of any of the opponents. But like with all the other kicks, remember, your non-kicking foot should be placed beside the ball. But now, because we want the ball to scoop up into the air, we're going to adjust the position of our bodies to sort of tilt upwards, but not too much. Should still be able to get power. So if your body is positioned at an angle like that, when you kick, the ball's just automatically going to rise, because that's the position your body's facing. And to get that extra height onto the ball, we want to make sure that we sweep the ground when we kick. Because when you sweep the ground, you're going to make sure that you get contact with the lowest part of the ball. That's the part that you want to hit, guys. If you want the ball to rise, you actually have to sweep your leg, sweep your foot underneath the ball. And that's how you achieve the lob. If you kick the ball and you don't feel your feet actually sweeping along the ground, then you haven't kicked the ball low enough. So make sure that you get that sweep under the ball and the ball will rise. Now this final kick is called a shot. I'm sure you're all familiar with the term. This is used when you want to shoot towards goals. The difference with a shot and all the other kicks that I've shown you is that with a shot you want to still get as much power as possible. When taking a shot, the first thing you have to make sure of is your foot connection. If you want to take a powerful shot, you have to hit the ball with the part of your foot that has a lot of bone mass. If I'm shooting with power, it's almost like the driven pass, except you're using the top of your foot and not the inside. Aim to kick the middle of the ball. Hit the ball too high, and you might just kick it into the ground, which will take all the power out of your shot. Hit the ball too low, and you'll chip the ball like you do with a long pass. Now, this tip is very important, so keep your ears open. Wait. Did I just say that? I think I did. Oh, crikey. Slightly lean over the ball with your upper body to help keep the ball low, and make sure that you swing your kicking leg back before kicking to increase your shot power. That backswing, guys, is very important. It has a significant impact on how strong and how powerful your kick will be. So make sure you always include the backswing. Do not forget the backswing. If you want more details on shots, it's all there on this channel. Everything that we've gone over today. All the kicks we've spoken about today have separate videos on this channel, so make sure to go and watch those videos individually if you want more details. Well, that wraps up today's video, guys. Please give this video a like if it helped you out. And we'll see you in the next video. If you're subscribed to Footballer XP. Are you subscribed to Footballer XP? I mean, what? No? How dare you?
Je m'appelle T, et je suis là. Et je viens juste d'arriver. Pas besoin de savoir pourquoi. Je m'appelle T, et je suis là.